Welcome to Whisky Riffs. I'm Kevin, and today is day 6 of my special Whisky Advent Calendar series. I'm using the Whisky Advent Calendar from Flaviar, Whiskies of the World, and it has a great variety of whiskeys, plenty of different countries and different places to experience new whiskeys, so it's been really good for this series. I tried it last year also, and there's also a link in my description below if you're interested in checking out their service and potentially picking up one of these maybe after the holidays, because I think they ran out prior to. In addition to 24 days of whiskeys, there's also tasting notes for each of those to help you out, find flavors and find things that maybe you're not picking up right away. Of course, whatever you taste in a whiskey and whatever you smell in a whiskey is just right. It's a personal experience, and these are just there to help you maybe discover a little bit more. They also give you a nice tasting glass, a Glencairn glass, which I'll be using for this episode and all the other episodes. There are 18 more after this. 18, wow. It feels weird to say under 20. There are 18 more episodes. Let me go ahead and grab bottle number 6 out of the case. I'm going to try to be a little more delicate this time. Every time I try to pull these out, nope, not going to work. They have a lovely thick foam in there to make sure the bottles don't get damaged in transit, so I can't pull them out easily. The label on this bottle has the country of origin on it, which is why I'm not looking. I'm just confirming that I have bottle 6 or bottle 9. No, it's bottle 6. I'm pretty sure it's 6. Yeah, I'm sure it's 6. Yeah, I see 9 down there. So bottle 6, country of origins on the label. I'm not peeking. The bottles are 50 milliliter bottles, so plenty of whiskey for tastings. Some of the older Advent calendars I've tried had only 30 milliliters or 35 milliliters. This is a lot better because, as you'll see, I get to pour half of this and save half of it so I can try it again later. Let's dig into the day 6 whiskey. And that was a pretty good pour. Ooh, this has a very nice smell to it. Really sweet. Very buttery. Oh, that is very nice. Getting kind of even maybe a lavender smell. Bread, almost like Christmas cookies. Wow, that is a really nice nose. A little scared that it's almost too sweet. Wow, I wasn't expecting that. I don't get any high alcohol volume at all on the nose. The taste isn't as sweet originally. In fact, there is some very bitter notes on the taste. It's dramatically different than the nose. I'm actually having a hard time picking out what the flavors are. There was a lot of burn on that initial taste, so maybe it is a 46 or above on the alcohol level. It's a lot of spice on the taste. It's not a typical spice either. It's different than, oh, how could I describe it? I want to say, like when you sprayed an aerosol, like a Lysol or something, and you kind of get that in your mouth because it's still hanging in the air and you walk to a room. I know that doesn't sound like a pleasant taste. And I'm really not enjoying the taste because the nose was so pleasant, so friendly. On the nose, I was going to go for a very Canadian rye, something like that, because it was so floral and fragrant. And maybe it is. I don't drink a lot of Canadian rye whiskey, so maybe we're over in Canada and doing a rye whiskey here, or some sort of rye blend. No, it's a whiskey of Ireland. And I was going to say Ireland on the nose, but that taste does not taste like an Irish whiskey. This has a lot of potency to it that just doesn't taste like an Irish whiskey. This might be like a, what's it, Chimera, that does a peated Irish whiskey, which I haven't tasted yet. Let me pull out card number 6. These cards have a front that gives you, wow, this gives you a lot of information. Sometimes they're just a decoration. It kind of gives you the country of origin. But this is the actual whiskey on it, Hyde, 6-year-old. And the back is a tasting notes spiral, Flaviar's tasting spiral. And this is a 6-year-old Irish whiskey, single grain. Number 5, the Arras cask. So Hyde is a distillery that I've heard of, and I've thought of trying, and it just hasn't come up on my purchase list. The flavor that I'm tasting that I don't like is grapefruit. So they have vanilla, which is strong on the nose, very floral. Pecan, which I'm allergic to walnuts pecan, so that flavor is really hard for me to pick out. But grapefruit's on here, and grapefruit is that sour taste. And I've grown up with people that have opened grapefruits for breakfast, put a ton of sugar on, and then ate them. If you have to put sugar on a fruit, I don't understand why I would eat it. So I'm just not a grapefruit fan, and that is exactly that flavor. And this is why tasting notes are great. Sometimes you can't catalog what that flavor is, but that is some oak spice. It says toasted oak here, which makes sense because it does taste like little burnt taste to me. And the grapefruit is that bitterness that I just don't like at all. Strawberries and berries are so buried for me. I can't get past grapefruit. So this is a whiskey the first one in the whole list of 6 days that I actually know the distillery, but I still have not tried this whiskey. So once again, Flaviar came through and has a whiskey that is new and unique to me. Great. Now I know that I'm not going to buy Hyde 6-year-old whiskey. And that's why sometimes if you're subscribed to a service like Flaviar or one that gives you tasting bottles, you can discover whiskeys that you may otherwise not want to spend the money on. It's expensive to buy a whole bottle, but sometimes you can try 2 or 3 bottles for half that amount and kind of pick out what your favorites are. Well, this has been really educational for me and helps me with a whiskey that I wasn't sure if I wanted to actually invest in. I hope this has been good for you. If you did like this video, hit that like button, please. Go ahead and subscribe. I'm still trying to hit that 300 mark before the end of 2020 to give me that one little win this year. It's been a rough year for a lot of us. And as I've said before, take care of yourself. Look out for others around you, your friends. Check in on them. And until tomorrow, cheers. Yeah, I don't like grapefruit.